Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. Check it. These are some of the books in my library. Just some of them. There's more. We'll have daily readings coming soon. And y'all just tell me what y'all think. Trust me. These are some deep books. And I haven't read all of them. So, you all can help me read some of them, right? Today I want to bring y'all attention to this book called Anacalypsis by Godfrey Higgins. We're going straight to this chapter here. Check it. Boom. Y'all see that, right? What does that say? Y'all can read it for yourself. Okay. Now, let's go here. Boom. This page 36. Here, let's have a reading. It says, "It is curious to observe the number of trifling circumstances which constantly occur to prove the identity of the Hindus and Egyptians, or rather the Ethiopians. The word now in the Indian language means black, but the name of Nile was a modern one. Comparatively speaking, a translation of the ancient name of this river, which last Siri. The ancient name, as we have said, was Sir or Siri, the same as Osir or Osiris, who was always black. After whom it was called, and by whom was meant the sun. Interesting. Okay. Thus it was called the river of the sun, or the river sun, or the river of Osiris. As we say, the river of the Amazons, or the river Amazon. Isn't that interesting? Okay, let's continue. I have some suspicion that Osiris is a Greek corruption, that the name ought is, as already mentioned, to be what is called by the Hellenists Yeseries or Isiris. And that is derived from, or rather, I should say, is the same as Iswara of India. Iswara or Isis are the same as Osiris and Isis, the male and female procreative powers of nature. Let's continue. Eusebius says the Egyptians call Osiris Surus, and that in Persia was the old name of the sun. Osiris and his bull were black. All the gods and goddesses of Greece were black. At least this was the case with Jupiter, Blastus, Hercules, Apollo, and Amun. Correction. The goddess Venus, Isis, Hecate, Diana, Juno, Metis, Ceres, Kaibal are black. Sebal, are black. The Motomania is black in the Campidoglium at Rome, and in Montefaction, Antiquity explained. On the color of the gods of the ancients and of the identity of them, all with the god soul and with the Krishna, of India, nothing more need to be said. The reader has already seen the striking marks of similarity in the history of Krishna and the stories related of Jesus in the Romish and heretical books. He probably will not think that their effect is destroyed, as Mr. Maurice flatters himself by the word Krishna in the Indian language signifying black, and the god being of that color, when he is informed of what Mr. Maurice was probably ignorant that in all the Romish countries of Europe, in France, Italy, Germany, etc., the god Christ, as well as his mother, are described in their old pictures and statues to be black. The infant God in the arms of his black mother, his eyes and drapery white, is himself perfectly black. Jesus, black. There is scarcely an old church in Italy where some remains of the worship of the Black Virgin and Black Child are not to be met with. Very often the black figures have given way to white ones, and in these cases the black ones, as being held sacred, were put into retired places in the churches, but were not destroyed, but are yet to be found there. They are generally esteemed by the rabble with the most profound veneration. Yeah, okay, yeah, y'all hiding. Y'all putting stuff in hiding. Y'all don't want nobody to see that, huh? Okay, let's continue. If the author had wished to invent a circumstance to corroborate the assertion that the Romish Christ of Europe is the Krishna of India, how could he have desired anything more striking than the fact of the Black Virgin and Child being so common in the Romish countries of Europe? A Black Virgin and Child among the white Germans, Swiss, French, and Italians. Just like that European sister said in the video. So-called white people used to worship so-called black gods. She wasn't lying. This book confirms it. You seeing it for yourself. Look. Okay, let's continue. The Romish Krishna is black in India, black in Europe, and black he must remain, like the ancient gods of Greece, as we have just seen. But after all, what was he but the Jupiter, the second person of their trimurti or trinity, the logos of the Pyrenees and Plato, an incarnation or emanation of the solar power. Y'all see that, right? See it for yourself. Look at that. It's a whole page. Oh, trust me, there's more. But I just wanted to drop this little bit on y'all. Peace, love, and light.